What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back on a special vacation edition with no microphone, as you guys can see. So apologies for the poor audio. It is the NBA DFS ConTENders on FanDuel for Thursday, November 11th. And be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. You will not be getting updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock today, but you normally will. Let me know in the comment section who are your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. Get a little bit of extra money on that first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Reggie Jackson, Tobias Harris if he plays, Precious Achiuwa, Scotty Barnes, and Andre Drummond on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? Time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got Fred VanVleet. He's point guard, shooting guard eligible, 8,100, projected for 40.5. The goal is 49.5. He's in the optimal lineup about 40% of the time. I got him in for 38 minutes because he just plays and plays and plays. And it's not really all that bad of a spot against Philadelphia with no Joel Embiid at center. 1.05 fantasy points per minute, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 2 stocks. We're not going to have, or we're not likely to have Pascal Siakam tonight. So I see no reason not to get to Fred VanVleet on a 3-game slate. Next up at number 4, I am looking at Donovan Mitchell. He is point guard, shooting guard eligible, 8,600, projected for 43. The goal is 52, and he is in the optimal lineup 43% of the time. I gave Mitchell 34 minutes. I think that's pretty reasonable for a 1.25 fantasy point per minute guy that basically plays the same rotation every single game, so long as everybody is in for the Jazz. 28, almost 5, and just over 5, so call it 28, 5, and 5 if we just want to round it all up. A little over a stock and a half, something in that neighborhood. Pace neutral spot against Indiana. Honestly, does Indiana just play every day? I can't get away from this team. No matter. Donovan Mitchell at 8,600 on a 3-game slate. I mean, would you be surprised if Donovan Mitchell had 51 fantasy points on FanDuel? I certainly wouldn't. At number 3, I've got Kyle Lowry. This one's not surprising at all. Not going to be seeing Jimmy Butler here with a sprained ankle for the Heat. So point guard eligible, 6,500, projected for 36, which might even be a little low. The goal is just 42 at that price tag. That you cannot beat. 49% likelihood to be in the optimal lineup. I gave him 35 minutes. I think he'll be at a fantasy point per minute, maybe a little bit more. 15.5, almost 8 assists. Almost 6 rebounds. You get a stock and a half. It's a perfectly fine matchup against the Clippers. That is not a team that you're super duper worried about when Kawhi Leonard's not there. So pace neutral, defensively neutral. Although if they're switching a lot, it can be a little bit better. But if they're playing Zubats a little bit more, then they're probably not switching as much. It doesn't matter here. Kyle Lowry at 6,500 with no Jimmy Butler is just criminally underpriced. Sticking with the Heat, we're at number 2 for Bam Adebayo, power forward center eligible, 8,200, projected for 44. The goal is almost 50, 49.9, and he is in the optimal lineup. Coin flip 50% of the time. Everything that I basically just said about Kyle Lowry exists for Bam Adebayo. No Jimmy Butler changes everything. 34 minutes, 1.3 plus fantasy points per minute, a 20 and 13 baseline projection, couple assists. Should see the assist rate for Bam go up a little bit more with Jimmy off the floor. 2.5 stocks. I don't know what the Clippers are going to do here, but I think Bam is in a good spot going up against Zubats. Again, it doesn't matter. Bam is priced like Jimmy Butler is going to play today. Kyle Lowry is priced like Jimmy Butler is going to play today. Jimmy Butler is not going to play. Those guys are second and third. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman, and let me know in the comment section who your favorite contenders are for this slate. Plus, make sure you're checking out No House Advantage, the presenting sponsor of this video. Closing it out with another guy from the Miami Heat, that would be Tyler Hero, shooting guard, small forward eligible, 6,400, projected for 37. The goal is just 42. Optimal lineup, 55% of the time. He's going to see maybe a little bit more usage. He's certainly been dominating the ball so far this season. 1.06 fantasy points per minute for this spot. I gave him 35 minutes. He's going to be able to take every shot he wants. 28% usage, 21, 7, 4.5, and a stock. Probably going to need 2 out of the 3 guys from the Heat, or at least that's going to be the goal more often than not. Figuring out which one you don't have in a lineup, not going to be a fun time. But right now, Tyler Hero is my number one contender for today's slate. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, November 11th. DraftKings version of this video around here somewhere. Check it out. I will be back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.